Good evening, Jai Gurudev. This is Ravi Rao again, Head of Department for Center Training and Placement Cell, Sri University. Warmly welcome all of my viewers. We have started MBA series before a week. We spoke about one of the backbone specialization finance, one of the most popular specialization from the perspective of employability marketing. We also spoke about one of the unique specialization which has never been offered by any of the institution and university across India and Asia, good governance and public policy. We also spoke about the specialization where the individuals are groomed to lead the company at a later stage, human resource. We also spoke about somebody who want to fall in love with the data business analytics. We also spoke about the integration of technology and management with the same perspective. We also spoke about some weak-hearted people cannot take that specialization operations. Now it is an opportunity for all of us to hear from one of the most compassionate, experienced academician, Professor P. Srinivas Subbarao ji. He's a Dean of Faculty of Management Studies at Sri University. I have a privilege of introducing him to this session today. Professor Rao is an award-winning business educator and entrepreneur, having received fellowship and awards from Government of United Kingdom, Government of India, and the Government of Odisha. An alumnus of Indian Institute of Management, Ahmedabad, and recently attended Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur, and the University of Cambridge for advanced training and academic leadership. Dr. Rao has been credited to have developed nascent campus startup culture at Sri University, and at present, he is the Chief Executive Officer of the SSU Innovation Private Limited. The Incubate Center, reorganized by the government of Odisha as a nodal center to assess and recommend proposals in agribusiness, food processing, and social entrepreneurship for funding. His 20-page CV, so I just highlighted a few points here. One of the most outstanding academician we have with us. Professor Rao, I welcome you to the session today, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Ravi.
I have another outstanding faculty. You know, we met that faculty when we talking about good governance and public policy. Again, a very excellent individual, Mr. Kamalakant Das. He's an assistant professor of public policy and management at Faculty of Management Study to join us to provide some insight into the uniqueness of the MBA program at the FMS. Mr. Das is a well-known television commentator in Odisha, invited to share his views and analysis of global development, international business, Indian foreign policy, and national security. Before joining Sri University, Mr. Das worked as an expert of training and capacity development, ECD, for the PwC India, a leading global consulting firm. He has studied and worked in Melbourne, Delhi, and Bhubaneswar, and received professional trainings in case teaching from Indian Institute of Management, Ahmedabad, and ISB Hyderabad. He brings his interdisciplinary trainings to his classroom interaction with our MBA student. I warmly welcome Mr. Das to the session today.
Thank you, Ravi, sir.
My first question goes to Dr. Rao. Sir, it is a very important question. This comes to my mind. MBA is a popular program. Every graduates wanted to look at MBA to pursue their postgraduate qualification. Now, the MBA has been offered by many institutions, universities across India. But the MBA which we offer is definitely unique. Can you actually talk about what exactly makes us unique, sir, in terms of imparting the right training to the MBA aspirants?
Thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you, Mr. Ravi and Professor Kamala, for sharing my thoughts to make it in that. Let me start with this Sri University, how it is unique. In my words, there is a university. This is the university which is established by the Puja Gurudev, His Holiness Sri Ravi Shankar ji, the world-renowned spiritual master, is a humanitarian, a peace ambassador of this world. The Art of Living International Foundation has established it to promote his work in happiness, empowerment, and peace. Is now present in more than 150 countries in the world, and we have a consultative status in the United Nations. For me, these are enough reasons to choose this university to study any course, because you can well imagine what the university would stand for and work towards. No better place to invest your time, energy, and resources for your education, well-being, and empowerment. Let us talk about the MBA program, which you have asked in that. Let me focus on that. I have coined a 6-letter acronym LEADER, LEADER, to highlight the 6 sets of the uniqueness of the Sri Sri University MBA program. That L stands for learning, and E stands for engagement, A stands for association and alumni, and D stands for development and disrupt, and E stands for execution, and R stands for resilience. I have developed this word leader. Let me come back to each word one by one. The first letter L stands for learning. Learning is an essential before we lead and serve. You can observe that the motto of the university is the learn, lead, serve. You can see everywhere. Learning of our MBA students is ensured through the high quality curriculum, industry insights, expert guest lectures, case study method of teaching, and summer internship, and live projects. Let me stress that the learning on our campus is experiential and interdisciplinary and holistic, which many B schools are following in that. Most B schools provide a unidimensional perspective to business education in a way making the mind of the learners to be more found the solution to the problem solving have multidimensional aspects. A university like Sri Sri University can only provide a holistic perspective as we have several courses, either short-term and the long-term training now open for MBA students in yoga and meditation, contemplative studies, public policy to learn from. Our new MBA specialization, these are the unique like fintech and the rural development and liberal studies management are going to be welcome addition to the already existing specializations like human resource management, financial management, operations, business analytics, and agribusiness management and entrepreneurship. Ours is the first university which is approved by the AICT in MBA in entrepreneurship because we have trained, we have made many entrepreneurs, those who want to start their own enterprise, we have mentored them and they have successfully started. More than 40 startups are functioning with a 5-year-old MBA department in that. The Coursera courses we have been embedded in our MBA curriculum, and all current students are required to complete one course per each paper, and they will have 8 to 10 certifications from a globally recognized institutions. We have started several short-term courses, industry-oriented courses particularly. Our learning blends Indian wisdom and science with Western technology and practices. I give you one small example. We have added artificial intelligence and machine learning for business in the MBA curriculum. Besides, we are also teaching the Indian age-old mind management, which is a combination of the best of East and best of West. And I can coin this second letter, E stands for engagement. This is, as I mentioned, under the learning segment, the engagement with the outside world, particularly the industry and government, have helped to take a quantum jump in teaching, learning, and research. The engagements have been translated into several MOUs and partnerships with industry and the various research bodies, industry, and government. Students are encouraged to train on how to benefit from these engagements. These engagements have empowered and enabled us to achieve their 100% placement year after year. Some of the important partnerships with the SEMA of UK and Coursera and many other industry bodies like Paradip Port and Aarti Steels, JSW, like Indian Giants and the international research organizations. SSU was awarded by the FICCI B School ranking of the 2019 as the best 8th in the country. And as per the Academic Insights magazine, ours is the one of the best B school in the Eastern India. And our engagement starts with the students before coming to the campus 2 months before to start with the bridge course itself. And we are continue with the hand-holding support to the student. We are engaging with that continuously as an alumni in their lifetime. And the next word which I coined is the third letter A stand for Art of Living and our alumni. Actually, this refers to the association that we have with our parent organization, Art of Living, and that is expanding network of our alumni. When Art of Living provides the foundation, philosophical base for our work, dedication, and service, the alumni connect us to their exciting and inspiring work in the industry and government. Alumni members come back to share their experience each month, and they are also mentoring in that. We have started a 4-member mentoring system with the students. That is, the one is the senior student of the department, second one is the teacher, third one is the alumni, and fourth one is the industry expert. These 4 people, besides the classroom learning, they are mentoring the student. And the 4th letter, that the D stands for development. I mean, many people think about development means personality development. Not just personality development, as many believe includes just soft skills, and particularly in the grooming side of the students. We rather focus on healthy body, sattvic food, healthy sattvic food, no addiction, and mind management. This is essential for the day. Our ISO certified canteen, meet our faculty and speak to students on campus. I can assure you that you will be happy to have your children, that is a daughter or son, to study here only. Meditation and startup culture have been part of the campus. And personality development, career development, and spiritual development are guaranteed. Because ours is a unique campus with the campus startup culture. Because many places that entrepreneurship or the startup is only a theoretical aspect. We are giving free hand to our student to start their venture in the campus. We have given our canteen, our transport, or many things to our students to manage, and our faculty is mentoring them how to run the business, and they're giving a handhold support and give a lot of experience within the campus. Once they leave the campus, they can run their industry in their own way without having any problem in that. That the 5th and the most important letter, E, stands for execution. The success of any manager is the not only planning, proper execution. As I discussed before that, we focus on exponential learning so that our students are ready to innovate to meet the challenges of the market. Because innovate or perish. If you can't innovate your product or service, even your thinking, you can't survive in the long term. Execution is the most important skill for managers, leaders, and entrepreneurs. Innovation is a part of that. They are trained through our faculty, which are trained in the Harvard case study method and simulation teachers. Majority of our faculty members are trained in the top tier institutes in the country and globally also. Some of the faculty members are the alumni of IIM Ahmedabad, IIM Bangalore, IIM Kolkata, NITs, IITs, and some of the faculty members who have studied in Strathclyde, they studied in Harvard, they trained in Harvard, University of Cambridge, University of Montclair. Many universities they have studied, and my co-panelist, Professor Kamalakant, he studied in Australia. And all these people, they get a rich experience, what they have gained throughout the world, they are sharing with the students in that. The 6th letter stands for the resilience. Our MBAs are trained to develop a flexible, agile, and resilient mindset throughout. They can better adapt to the VUCA world, because there is a lot of volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and mostly that effort, ambiguity in the business. Particularly, you can see that in the post-COVID-19, you can't imagine any the growth of the business, what they're expected in that. There's a lot of challenges are there now. Because how to face these challenges? Their intellectual resilience developed through their holistic teaching, learning atmosphere, and emotional resilience developed from their spiritual practices. I'm confident, as per the feedback received from the many of the companies where our students are working, our alumni is very strong in their subject, in their deadlines, and facing the challenges and to meet the excellent results. Because all these they are getting because of the proper training in the campus, not only on the subject, the proper personality development. And the alumni always talk about how they have to make they develop their inner peace and outer dynamism. I think you heard about that, popularly known as IPOD. Because of the campus culture of meditation, campus startup culture, that food and the meditation, and all these make holistic blend of the East and the West. This completes my 6-letter acronym leader. You will be happy to know that we have emerged as a leader in a very short span of time. Thank you, Raviji and Kamala. This is my brief about what are the uniqueness, what are the difference compared to the other MBA programs throughout the world, because MBA program is not a new, because from the more than 400 years, the programs are there worldwide, but we are unique compared to many universities, many institutions in the world. Thank you.
Dr. Rao sir, what is phenomenal way of answering this? You spoke about acronym, you spoke about learning, engagement, association, development, execution, resilience. This all later combined together talks about the holistic development, which every individual have to look at and assess you to pursue the MBA program. Thank you very much for answering that, sir. I wanted to get back to Mr. Das. Mr. Das, your question to Dr. Rao, please. Mr. Das, are you connected?
You have to unmute.
Okay, am I connected now?
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay, thank you, Ravi sir, and thank you, Professor Subbarao, for giving a comprehensive answer. I like the acronym leader very much. For our MBA aspirants, a visionary leader like you is an inspiration. On behalf of them, I would like to know about the life on campus and how MBAs can get the best value of their time, energy, and resources while they are on campus. Thank you. Over to Subbarao sir.
Thank you, Kamala. I covered some of the aspects in my acronym leader. For an MBA, there is a need to develop a holistic personality apart from the industry required skills. What are the skills required for as a manager? We have several clubs in the campus. There's a sports club, literature club. We are teaching foreign languages, dance, meditation, martial arts, and creativity and public speaking. We have many clubs, more than 35 different clubs are there in the campus. Student can also enrich himself by learning many things. We also have been able to develop a nascent campus startup culture on our campus. In the last 4 to 5 years, our ISO certified vegetarian kitchen Kaivalya is a kind of national record in having a global standard the kitchen on campus. Our campus has got the name of the happiest campus for its students who have a joyful attitude towards life, learning, and future preparation. The students are encouraged to spend a few hours on each week in Seva, Sadhana, and Satsang. This is the great thing which you could not get in any other university in that. To learn people skills and master their minds through these activities, no other campus in the world can promise to develop a holistic human being like this, only we can. This is the uniqueness of this campus in that. Thank you. Are any other question?
I think maybe some technical problem. Mr. Das could not be come back. Sir, I have a question for you. Very important questions. We have been covering each specializations starting from we spoke about finance, marketing, HR, GGPPA, and other specialization as well. The faculty who are involved, we also spoke to students and industry people. So every student is very keen to know about the internship, employability training, standards, and the placements after the MBA program is being done. So I'm sure we start everything in the third semester of the students. Can you just highlight, sir, what exactly, how much we are prepared to put people into the industry?
Okay, thank you. Compared to other programs, MBA is a unique program. It is having the generally for any master's course, you can see that they have two options, either go for a placement or go for a research. But MBA program has a 3 pathways it is having that. One is on the managerial role. They have to work like as a manager or maybe a consultant or a decision making as a leadership role. Second one is that he can start his own business as an entrepreneur, or maybe he can start a startup. The third one is the research role. He can conduct some research, he can do as a PhD, or maybe he can conduct work in a research organization like that also. We have achieved, I will come first for the placement point of view. We have achieved 100% placement in last few years. On an average of since establishment of the 2012, we are an average of 84%. For the last 2 years, we are 100%. This year, as on date, we have achieved 74%, and we are assuming 85 to 90% once the lockdown will be over, because again, that industry will start recruiting the people. Because we are majorly focusing on the employability skills. We are giving training to the student, not only placing this time, because once he have that particular skill, he can choose, he can change, and over a period of time, he can start his own enterprise also. For all MBA aspirants, there may be shared with their university have a dedicated central training and placement cell, and all the students become the part of that particular cell, and individual coordinator from each department were actively involved in establishing connections with the industry. Our placement cell is in touch with many corporates, and they are also empaneling with many companies. In that our employability training is very specific to the need of the student and their specializations. And I think you have heard about that. What are the different companies in the different specializations in the past webinars in that. And I'm not going on the specialization in that. And it is a rigorous and rigorous preparedness to the student. What is the industry expectation? Because when our placement cell is in a continuous engagement with the industry, we are inviting many industry experts, and we have a separate cell called the Industry Institute Interaction Cell, and our faculty and our placement team and our students are in a regular touch with the industry. What is industry expectation? Accordingly, we are training the students. Further, it is easy to place our students. And recently, we have initiated the 3 new specializations, that is particularly for the fintech, and second one is the rural management, third one is the liberal studies management. I can share this, the liberal studies management, ours is the first university in the world. It is a multidisciplinary preparedness. Particularly, it is a combination of humanities, natural science, social sciences, and arts. There is a huge demand for the careers in the education, business, government, media, social media, data analysis, hospitality, and healthcare sector. Because of the demand of this particular sector, we have initiated, ours is the first university in the country to start the particular liberal studies management, which we are starting from this year in that. And we are also in tie-up with the Coursera, and we have to make all the students are studying that. It is come under blended learning, because the student have to get the knowledge not only from the university within the 4 walls, they have to expose from the different professors, different practitioners, what they are teaching and what they are practicing different parts of the world in that. These are the uniqueness, because we are focusing on all the 3 areas. One is placement, second one is the startup, third one is on the research. As on date, more than 55 scholars are pursuing their PhD in our university. And when I come to that entrepreneurship for the startups, many startups are working, and 8 of our startups have filed their intellectual property right. They have filed their patents. For that, how much unique, how they are mentoring, how they are working, it's well recognized by the world, because we received the Best Bootcamp Award in the year 2018 from the government of Odisha, basing on our efforts in the startup culture. And the more than 40 startups are functioning well, which are established by our students. And the placements are also going very well. Particularly, earlier days 100%, I feel the present day 70% is more than the earlier 100%, because the situation is completely different. Many companies are retreating their employees. Still, we are continuing with that. Still, our students are recruited and they are working with a satisfaction. And I'm happy this year batch, already they are taking salaries from some companies. That's the feedback I received, and they received very good feedback from our students in that. Thank you.
Sir, thank you very much for sharing that, sir. I'm really happy. I'm sure every student who are looking at SSU to start their MBA program with will understand that we are super ready to take future challenges. Spoke about 3 unique specializations which are going to start up. So fintech, rural and liberal studies. Liberal study, you mentioned that it is actually unique in the complete globe. I'm sure the students will be really excited about the specialization to come up. Thank you very much for your detailed interaction about it. So thank you very much. I wanted to go back to Mr. Das. Mr. Das, your question to Dr. Rao, please.
Thank you, Ravi sir. My next question to Professor Subbarao, who has actually highlighted all the aspect of the MBA program. Thank you, Professor Subbarao, giving that clarity on training and placement as well. So on the PhD thing you have mentioned, what can students do, in what areas students can do PhD, and how that helps them in creating a new career for them. So what are the paths open for SSU MBAs, and how SSU prepares the MBA students for these multiple paths? Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Kamla. Actually, many universities are offering the research programs, the PhD program. What is the uniqueness of Sri University in the PhD program? We are offering PhD in the different disciplines of the different specializations of management, including we are offering the PhD program in good governance and public policy. We are offering the PhD program in climate change and sustainability. I'm happy to mention here, Sri University has established the Faculty of Management Studies 3 research centers in the year 2019. One is climate change and sustainability in collaboration with the Climate Reality Project of US, which is established by Al Gore. And the second one is the peace and conflict management. And third one is the indigenous studies. These are the 3 areas also we are allowed the students to do research in these areas, to develop the case studies, to work on the research, either maybe in a yearly program or in a PhD program. Besides interdisciplinary programs like in the rural management, or in maybe in the fintech, or in all the new areas and the traditional areas and most demand oriented like indigenous studies, like that different areas, we are allowing the student to do the PhD. As on date, 55 scholars are pursuing PhD in our university in the Faculty of Management Studies. And so far more than 12 PhDs are awarded in the last couple of years. Actually, it is an interdisciplinary, and many people from industry, government and philanthropy and volunteers, they are working in this particular field, and they're suggesting some developed solutions to existing and emerging issues in these interconnecting areas. Because research is not only means in the PhD program, it is a conducting the studies, surveys, engaging the people, consultancy, undertaking the management development program, training to the different industry and the corporate people on the recent developments. Like that, many activities which we are going from this particularly. And our Sri University Center for Climate and Sustainability has started the Odisha Sustainability Award in the 2019. It is the first type of initiative which is taken by the Faculty of Management Studies of the Sri University in the state of Odisha. I'm very proud to say that. Thank you. Any questions from the students or maybe participants? I'm ready to answer.
Mr. Das?
Yes.
I think Dr. Rao sir has given a lot of clarity about all the domain which we spoke about. We spoke about starting from academics to training, the holistic development, and about internship training and placement. Thank you very much for your question, Dr. Rao. Thank you very much for answering. Yes, we do have some questions from the students. So one question is very related, and I can connect this question with me very highly. Here, the student is asking about how he can make his CV recession-proof and what skill sets are required to survive in the situation like COVID-19. Your answer, sir.
Okay, it's a very good question. Particularly the post-COVID-19, we can think about in a positive way, because for every situation, there are some challenges and there are some opportunities in that. A lot of challenges are there, but at the same time, opportunities are there. And first of all, you should focus on the industry oriented. You want to settle in a particular area, suppose in a marketing or a finance or an operations. He has to choose that industry also. Suppose you take an example, in the post-COVID-19, there is a huge demand for edutech industry and hospitality industry, healthcare industry. Like that, industries he has to choose, and their sector also he has to choose. and he has to focus on that. Second thing is that in this competitive world, to strengthen his CV, there is a lot of opportunities. I have to share one of the recent initiative we have done with the Coursera. Our student is getting 8 to 10 certifications, which is provided by the top tier universities in the world. Because when your curriculum in your CV is become strengthened with an international certifications is one way, choosing the right industry in the another way, and to train in that particular area. Our university is having a lot of industry connectedness. We have to engage the industry people in a particular area. What is the need of the particular industry? Because in the traditional finance to fintech, why you have changed is that there is a huge demand in the coming days because people are working from home. People are using everything is an online, and the online payment, the payment gateways and NPTL, many online things are developing in that. Particularly at this situation, we have to choose that industry. For that, I'm suggesting all my students choose the right specialization. One is a modern, one is a fundamental. Suppose a student can take finance and business analytics. Finance is a long-term, is a evergreen industry. At the same time, business analytics is the most updated, most industry-oriented, demand-oriented course. Because of these particular specializations, he has to choose. And the second thing is that he has to select the right industry also, which industry where he has to focus in that particular. Then definitely he can get a job. It is a great opportunity if they plan it in properly from the second year onwards.
Sir, thank you very much for answering that. Choosing the right specialization and getting up into the right industry, that is what exactly the remedy we're looking at. The students who wanted to speak about what is the future is going to be after COVID-19. You also spoke about that specialization should be integrated like modern and fundamental. So there should be opportunity and a space to the student to explore more. Thank you very much for sharing that, sir. I have again a very related question from students, sir. What percentage of course curriculum we normally change according to the market standards?
Actually, ours is a private university. You have a more liberty to change the syllabus time to time according to the industry requirement. Because every year, 2 times the Board of Studies are meeting and they have to revise the curriculum according to industry requirement. On a minimum of 25% to 50%, we are changing the syllabus and every year, except few fundamental papers. Majority of the papers, we are changing the syllabus. Not only the changing of the syllabus, introducing the new papers. Suppose you take about the mind management is one paper for us. Artificial intelligence and machine learning is one paper. In that, if you can check it in a 5 years or 10 years back, in the MBA curriculum of many universities, only 1 or 2 technical papers are there. Today, if you can see CC University curriculum, more than 9 to 10 papers are problematic papers in that. Because technology is intervening in the management. For that, student have to update his skills, not only by changing the existing syllabus, introduction of the new papers is also very important in that. For that, we are very frequently, we are making that maximum of 1 year, yearly 2 times we are meeting, and every year we are changing in that. And what are the changes we have adopted this semester, it is immediately implemented from the next academic year in that. Very frequent, very updated with the industry requirement. Our curriculum, everything is depending on, suppose you can say about the summer internship, we can change it into online internship, and the capstone project. Take about the industry problem, work on that, give a solution to the industry and publish that particular. These are the some of the activities we are doing for the student for updation of the subject. Otherwise, he can't survive in the market.
Sure, thank you very much for answering that. This will give a lot of confidence to the new aspirant. You said our syllabus is frequently and changing according to the market standard. It's updated at every level. Thank you very much for sharing that, sir. To the students, we have, so just one last question to you, sir. Do you have any suggestions for new aspirants who are looking at SSC to take admission?
Because my point of view is that education is for the life changing, not for a one-day employment in that. CC University will provide the employability skills and the life learning skills, what is required in their life, how to be successful in your life. These are the most important personality development things, that holistic development, what we learned from the Gurudev for a peace of mind and a confidence, and particularly on the besides the subject knowledge. For that, they are ready to face any competition in the market, any challenges in the market. A student while joining in Sri Sri University making a holistic development. This is the one of the, because the atmosphere itself is like that. For that, they definitely change their perceptions. They change their, there is a chance for a holistic development in that. Because what are the specializations they have taken? They have to work hard because faculty is good and the environment is good and the most updation. Suppose I can give an example. On average, each semester, students are engaging with more than 40 to 50 guest lectures. They're learning from the different industry experts. What is happening in the industry? What are the challenges in the industry? Either they are from the banking or maybe in the IT sector or a pharma sector. The different sectors, people are visiting the campus and they're addressing the students. And on an average, every year we are conducting more than 15 to 20 global lecture series, global leadership series. Different leaders from the different fields in the world, they are sharing their experience. All these are the learnings for the students to make a successful life in that. For that, the overall development will take place when they join in this university, because that is the most important for any individual to succeed in their life. This is called also in a holistic development.
So what an insight. Holistic developments, you spoke about startups. That gives an idea that we don't only create employees, we create employers also. And we don't believe in developing people to only make money. We actually create decision makers and strategic leaders. Thank you very much for sharing that, sir. To the viewers, we have an amazing video with us. I will also come back to Dr. Rao for 2-3 more questions. So I request the IT team to run the video, please. I request the viewers to bear with us. It's online, so there should be some technical glitches. I request the IT team to run the video, please.
We live in a world that is constantly changing and evolving. And to face global challenges, we need people with dynamic personalities. At Sri Sri University, Odisha, the next generation of decision makers and leaders are groomed with a purpose to learn, lead, and serve. As a center of premium education in India, blending the best of East and West. This university has a unique approach to education that combines Western innovation with the ancient values and wisdom from the East. It is one of India's first alcohol, drug and smoke-free campus. Spread across 187 acres of land and located on a hilltop on the banks of the Mahanadi River, the sprawling and beautiful campus is inspired by the ancient universities of Nalanda and Takshashila. Thousands of students from across the 28 states of India and several countries of the world call Sri Sri University their home.
If I had to point out that one thing that really makes me feel special about studying in SSU, it would be that synergy between the students, and that I think is the most special thing.
I'm sure that these students will make decisions in the near future that will change the world for the better.
I'm really happy to be here, and with every day I understand more how I appreciate this time.
Sri Sri University offers courses from an undergrad to a master's level and also PhDs. Sri Sri University is one of the first university in all of Asia to introduce osteopathy, a drug-free, non-invasive manual therapy that aims to bring a revolution in the path of medical science. Yoga, meditation and spiritual values are the foundations on which the university stands tall, and it is these that are shaping the personalities of our students inside out.
You know, there is no ragging happening, there is no one picking on each other, and that is really important, I feel. The environment of the university is such that the emotional quotient automatically develops in a person.
This is my 4th year in SSU, and I have seen a transformation on a very large scale in my life.
It gives you more than it promises, so that's all a person can ask for.
Life at Sri Sri University and is clearly exhibited in campus and its students. The annual Fest Orion is a pursuit for brilliance. It is envisioned to be the biggest social celebration in Odisha and Eastern India, with the ambition of becoming the best annual fest in the world. Our alumni have been placed in some of the top multinationals, while some have set forth to create successful startups of their own.
Sri Sri University was one place I looked at where I feel I could learn more than just what's in the books, because at the end of the day I realized it's a lot about handling people more than systems. It's about actually coming together and making a difference, and you don't find that so easily.
In 2018, Sri Sri University was awarded the Best Bootcamp Startup Award by the Government of Odisha. Right from its year of inception, Sri Sri University has been recognized with several other such awards. Our vision is to impart holistic and value-integrated education in order to develop visionary thinkers and leaders. The revolution in education has begun.
Learn, lead, serve. I'm sure these 3 words define the entire associate fraternity, including students, faculty, staff, and everyone who is directly, indirectly working with this fantastic university in Eastern side. Dr. Rao, I have received one very important question. So just wanted to put that across to you, how you answer. People are asking, how far is the university prepared to deliver the courses in this time of social distancing? Is the university capable of delivering the online teachings? So your answer.
Yes, this is one of the most important thing in the present day. Even from March 24th onwards, we have started the online teaching to all our students, either in MBA or BBA, and all the programs in the university. We have successfully completed our syllabus within the schedule, even the lot of uncertainty in the market. And we have successfully organized the exams, and we have declared the results, and our students also doing the online internship. And again, we have already started the bridge course for the newly upcoming students from the June 1st. All my colleagues are teaching very successfully, and July 1st onwards, we are continuing the regular classes for all the existing students. And we are very much competent, good in particularly in the information technology and usage of the technology, particularly in the online resources. We have all the required infrastructure. Everything is that. We are 100%. We have already proven record. We have done it in the last semester. We have done it, and it is successful. All students are happy. We have no problem to conduct the classes through online. We are 100% confident in that.
So thank you very much for sharing that. We have a proven record What amazing way of answering the question. Mr. Das, do you have any questions to Dr. Rao right now?
Ravi sir, no questions because Professor Subbarao has not left any question unanswered. He has covered everything. I just wanted to add a little more because as Professor Subbarao mentioned about the online readiness, we would like to thank Professor Subbarao for taking leadership at the FMS level for the Coursera thing. He took leadership and students are very happy on that count. That is one. Second, I wanted to say thank you to our President, Madam and Vice Chancellor, who have been very, very steadfast and on the forefront, saying that our university may be a startup university within a decade old, but we want to be thought leaders. And in implementing those things like online readiness. So for example, when the lockdown was not yet declared, our university was discussing about what can we do if there is such a situation. And within few days, we were ready. So kind of what Professor Subbarao is talking about, he has taken tremendous positive initiatives at his level, and he's supported and backed by university leadership to the hilt, to the 100%. So he has been able to innovate every year, whether it is case study method from IIM Ahmedabad, whether it is Harvard simulation, whether it is, he went to Bristol University to develop a partnership in UK and went there to Cambridge as well, as you discussed. So these were certain things he has done. So this is what makes the MBA program very, very exciting and very, very exclusive. You will not find such an MBA program anywhere in the world. So SSU University is waiting for you wherever you going.
Mr. Das, thank you very much for sharing that. A lot of confidence people might have received after seeing this. There is no doubt that the leadership actually flows from the top. So people who are actually involved in building and forecasting things are something which is going to a lot of added values. You rightly spoke about respected President, Madam, Vice Chancellor, the way they have been developing, they have the forecasting what exactly is going to happen in COVID-19, and we are well prepared to face those challenges. There's no doubt about Dr. Rao's contribution and building the institution, and the way we are emerging right now, I'm sure we are going to scale heights, in every year to come up. Dr. Rao, sir, thank you very much for your time and joining us. It was amazing speaking with you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Ravi. Thank you, Professor Kamla, for sharing with me, spending time. Thank you very much.
I think it was an opportunity for everyone, every student, sir, who is an MBA aspirants, who wanted to pursue their MBA program. They got an opportunity to listen from one of the most phenomenal and experienced academician like you. Thank you very much for your technical time, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your time. It was an amazing session we have started. We spoke about specialization. We spoke about MBA in general today. And you heard about so many things. So listen from one of the experts, industries and students. I'm sure it is going to add a lot of value when you are going to decide your choice of specialization when you're joining the MBA program. It was Ravi Prakash. We enjoy together. Thank you very much. Signing off. Take care. God bless. Jai Gurudev.